It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello, welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'm your host, Pat Disabato, and we are at Cork and Kerry, 106 14 Western Avenue in Beverly, and our good buddy Billy Guidey is the proprietor here, and we've been talking about it for years, and we finally got it done to do a show here at Cork and Kerry, a place I've frequented on a few occasions. And it's a great place. I'm sure most of you have been here. Great beer garden. You know, this is a private room we're in that hosts 150 people. That's available to rent, birthdays, graduations, whatever. And also they have a 50-person room in the back. So if you're looking to celebrate, Cork and Kerry has you covered. And if you're just coming out and having a few cocktails and you don't want to celebrate, whatever, they're here for you as well. Great show for you tonight. We've got Mount Carmel wrestling coach Alex Tsirtsis as our guest. And Caravan are coming off the Catholic League Championship on Saturday. They had 7 individual champions, and this guy has really got this program rolling, man. It's very, very impressive, and he's got an unbelievable resume. This is his 6th season. He is the founder of Region Wrestling Academy. Also, All-American at the University of Iowa, member of 2 NCAA Division I national championship teams, a 5-time Fargo All-American, and while he was in high school at Griffith, all he did was go 236-0 and a 4-time state champion. So Alex is the real deal. So we're going to sit down with him, talk about Mount Carmel wrestling and all kinds of good stuff. So we're going to go to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. Remember, join the Big Cheese Loyalty Program. A lot of benefits to join the Big Cheese Loyalty Program. We come back, Alex Tsirtsis will be our guest. Stay tuned.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
Hello, boys. I'm a drop-dead gorgeous pepperoni sausage, hold the vegetables deep dish pizza. Just look at my cheese. Your place or mine. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
Hi, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, we're at Cork and Kerry, 106 14 Western Avenue in Beverly. Almost said Blue Island, wishful thinking. Our guest tonight, Mount Carmel wrestling coach Alex Tsirtsis. Alex, how you doing, my man?
Thanks for having me.
Well, I went through your resume in the open, and just to be fair, because I didn't realize your brother, he was pretty a good wrestler as well.
Yeah,
over at Crown Point, right?
Yeah.
And then he went to Northwestern.
Northwestern national champ there. Yeah, very good resume. 4-time state champ, NCAA champ, 3-time All-American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could imagine the conversations, man, the dinner table conversations between the two brothers. That's got to be real entertaining, man. Well, congratulations on Saturday. You guys win the Catholic League Championship, and 7 champions, right? You guys had 7 individual champions on Saturday?
7 champs. Kids wrestled really well, so we got half the weight classes. Marmion's a tough team. They're maybe ranked 3rd in the state, so kids stepped up. We kind of had a rough week last week, but they finished off strong.
Yeah, and kind of put that in perspective, man, to win this thing, because you guys did have some adversity during the week, but you bounced back on Saturday, and kids rise to the occasion.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we lost to Marist on Thursday by a point, and then had to wrestle Crown Point, who's the #1 team in Indiana, lost to them by 2. And the alumni gym in Mount Carmel was rocking. It was around 1,000 people there, louder than any wrestling match I've ever been to. And so it was kind of, we woke up Saturday morning, the kids were on weight. You know, we had a discussion in their warm up like, hey, we can't have a letdown after, you know, having the adrenaline going last night. And so we were like, you got to take it from the first match. You got to be ready to go because someone's going to upset you. So the kids took that in stride and, you know, performed really well.
Yeah, there's something to be said about resiliency there, man, because you could have been down to the dumps losing 2 really close matches. I mean, it could have gone either way.
Undefeated the whole year as a team so far, and you know, we had a good week in Detroit the week before that, so to lose 2 in a row after that and then you know, have the kids bounce back was nice to see.
Yeah, and when you were in Detroit the weekend before, you're facing 3 schools that are in the top 50 nationally ranked, and now this weekend you're going to be hosting 2 nationally ranked teams at Mount Carmel at 10 in the morning, right? So,
yeah, Lake Highland Prep, Florida school, they're ranked around 16th, something like that, and then Bergen Catholic out of New Jersey, they're ranked 6th in the country. So, throwing them to the wolves again and just seeing how they're going to respond to it.
Yeah, and what's the strategy? Obviously, when you look at what you achieved, I kind of get a glimpse. You're not going to duck anybody, but to put your kids in this position to face these nationally ranked powerhouses, man, what's the thought process and strategy with that?
To teach them how to compete, to see other teams that know how to compete already, try to emulate that a little bit, but then also just how to get that out of them, how to get the competitive spirit, and because we want them to win at the end of the year, so we want to make sure they're ready to go and they're not, you know, shocked when they get there at the end of February.
Well, one of your Catholic champions, heavyweight Ryan Boersma, I mean, also a Lawless Award winner, which, you know, that doesn't get any better than that. What makes this kid so special?
A lot of things. Leader on the team, great student, and he's willing to do anything. He's multiple times, if you know, we've had discussions about grades or whatever else, he'll wait after the meeting and be like, hey coach, if anyone needs a tutor, if anyone needs anything, I'll stay after and I'll make sure the kids are you know, getting the job done in the classroom. So not only is he a leader on the mat, but he's willing to do whatever it takes to you know, to have the kids succeed on the team.
Yep. You know, getting back to that Saturday morning pep talk, you know, I mean, wrestling is a little bit different, but I mean, in terms of the psyche of kids coming off 2 very close matches like that, I mean, was there a rah-rah thing, or was it things that you noticed that they could have done better? How did you kind of go about that and not kind of like demoralize these kids?
We approached the things that they needed to change and focus on after the actual matches. So after Marist, we kind of addressed some things. After Crown Point, we addressed some things. But then Saturday morning, it was more hitting the reset button. You know, hitting the reset button, making sure you're focused on the right things, not necessarily feeling sorry for yourself or just kind of sleepwalking into it at the same time. You can't let that happen. You got to get back up for it, hit the reset button, make sure you're focused on the right things.
Yeah, absolutely, man. When you look back at the start of the season to where you're at now, which wrestlers would you say have made the most strides? It kind of even surprised you at how they developed.
Elliott Lewis, I would say. They had a great football season. Last year we didn't really have a normal season. Yep. So he didn't really get, as a junior, he didn't start as a sophomore. He did for half the season, but he was kind of jumping weight classes. Okay. So last year would have been the first year that he was a true starter the whole season. So didn't get that. So at the beginning of the year, this year, he was rusty. Okay. And he was making mistakes that normally a senior wouldn't make, but how much he's progressed throughout the year, I think he's top 5 in the state now. He went from, you know, barely beating some guys that he should have really put it on to now he's, you know, really separated himself from the pack with a lot of guys.
Force and just confidence probably too, right? I mean,
confidence, and I think it's a focus thing with him. Now he's stepping out on the mat instead of just like going out there and scrapping, which necessarily isn't a bad thing, but with the focus on what he should be doing.
Okay. All right, folks, we're going to go to Elisa Thomas Salon Timeout. Remember, 3 locations, Mokina, Tinley Park, Orland Park. We come back, more with Mount Carmel wrestling coach Alex Tsirtsis. Stay tuned.
At Lisa Thomas Salon, we think loving yourself and your selfie starts with the perfect stylist. That's why we've assembled an amazing team, each with a unique passion for beauty, providing the perfect combination of innovation and experience. Then adding just a little bit of fun. For hair, skin, nails, and makeup, no one does beautiful like Lisa Thomas. Because life's too exciting to settle for the same old thing. Schedule today at Lisa Thomas Salon, a Redken Elite partner with 3 area locations.
Bob's Auto Body and Repair in Blue Island has been prospering since 1968 when Robert Warniak Sr. opened a business. Bob's goal? To go above and beyond to satisfy their customers. Whether it's a small ding or a major collision repair, Bob's is a trained technician and state-of-the-art equipment to meet the high standards their customers expect and that Bob's demands. Bob's also offers complete mechanical services for your automobile, from an oil change to brake repairs. Mention this ad, Bob's will detail your car for free with any auto body work or give you a free oil change with any mechanical work. Bob's Auto Body and Repair, Blue Island.
If you're suffering from physical pain, nothing else matters. The one thing that should is Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, because experience never mattered more. Serving the community for 25 years with over 90 years of combined orthopedic experience, our fellowship-trained surgeons provide individualized care to those suffering from orthopedic pain. We deliver comprehensive care from diagnostic to surgical to rehabilitative services, all under one roof in each of our locations. Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, bringing university-level orthopedic care close to home.
Hello, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, we're at Cork and Carry, 10614 Western Avenue in Beverly. Our guest, Mount Carmel wrestling coach Alex Tsirtsis, and the Caravan are rolling, coming off the Catholic League Championship on Saturday, and they've got bigger aspirations than that, though that is a nice achievement, that's for sure, man, no doubt about it. All right, so when you look at this program, you know, from top to bottom, what do you see the future like here?
A lot of kids working their butts off. I mean, start off at 106, we got a guy who's ranked first in the state, and he's a freshman, and he's been in the state. He's got 2 losses in Ohio, but he's really kicking butt, and he's one of those types of kids that just keeps building and keeps building. So he's a ton of fun, and we got other freshmen in the team that are like that, and they're a fun group of guys. A lot of different personalities, a lot of different styles of wrestling, but a lot of fun.
Well, winning is fun.
Yes.
And you did a lot of winning in your career. So, as I'm doing some history on you, man, and I'm like, this is unbelievable, man. This guy is 236-0 Griffith, 4-time state champion. I mean, was it like every year, are you feeling more pressure to keep this streak going, or wasn't it something that you really put too much stock in, or did you like, I'm going undefeated?
No, that was my goal. My goal was to go undefeated, but at the same time, it was just focusing on match by match. You know, I think if you look ahead of anybody or whatever else, my dad always told me, wrestle the same way. He goes, I don't care if you're winning 10-0, I don't care if you're losing 10-0, I don't care if you're up 1-0, down 1-0, wrestle the same way. And so I always kind of took that, you know, in stride also, and, you know, just focused on what was ahead of me, and always had the big picture as a goal, but, you know, chipping away at it.
Well, I'll tell you, man, I mean, there's been 4-time state champions, but they've suffered a few losses here and there, but to run the table and to go, you know, 4-time state champion, that's not going to be beaten anytime soon. That mark's pretty safe at Griffith, I think, and probably in state in Indiana. I don't think anyone's getting that.
Yeah, maybe not the amount of matches, but they have limited the amount of matches you get now.
Okay.
I might have had something to do with it, trying to convince them to do that. But no, I didn't. I'm kidding. But yeah, they changed some rules where there's maximum amount of matches you could have. But so maybe not that amount of matches, but there'll be plenty of kids who, yeah, maybe not plenty, but there'll be kids.
Well, I think the one thing when you look at something like that is it takes remarkable discipline. I mean, to be a wrestler and to make weight and to do everything properly, you have to have remarkable discipline.
Yeah.
However, when you're racking up the wins that you're racking up in high school and state championships, what was like the toughest thing that you had to kind of like, okay, I can't go there, man. I just have to. Whether it was food, whether it was dates, whatever you had to do. What was the thing that you had to be like, you know, I just can't go there, man. Pop, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's your social life. I think, you know, kids want to have fun when they're in high school, and you just got to stay focused with your social life. If you let that get out of control, you're gonna mess up pretty fast.
Yeah, that's it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What was the biggest eye-opener for you in college? I mean, you come out of high school, here you are 236-0, and then you get to college, you're at University of Iowa, one of the best top wrestling programs in the country. What was the biggest eye-opener for you?
Learning how to deal with adversity. So everyone would always say, oh, it's a different beast, this and that. Not necessarily. Wrestling's wrestling, just like any other sport. I think, there's different levels, obviously, but you have to learn how to, like we kind of talked about with the kids, if you take a loss, you got to learn how to refocus. And that's the biggest thing is, like, if you're undefeated or you're not used to losing, you got to be able to get punched in the face and stay focused on what the next task at hand is. Yeah. So I think that's the most important thing, and I think that's whatever level you are, in this sport or any other sport.
Yeah. Your kids, through the years as a head coach at Mount Carmel, I didn't even like, they hear your resume. I didn't even think they got a shot at coach because, coach is a little bit older, but they look at you as an old man where you're a young guy still, man. So you have any fun with that situation or what?
Yeah, they'll bust my balls a little bit sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's always like, all right, we had our fun, we'll talk and stuff, but you could just get back to practice, and but they have fun with it. They have fun with it. Yeah, they have fun with it.
And in the program in Mount Carmel, what makes it such a special situation for you there, man? Academically and as a wrestling coach, what do you tell these prospective families?
The dedication that the student athletes, and it's not just in wrestling, it's in all sports, the dedication that they have to be a student athlete there, to commute there, to go through the different things, how highly competitive it is. Yeah. It'd be one thing if you make the commute, make all the other sacrifices, and that's your spot. They make all those sacrifices and they still got to fight for a spot. Yeah. So I think that teaches them lifelong character that you don't see it a lot of, especially public schools, because I went to a public school. It really builds a lot of character in that aspect.
Yeah, that's a big thing. And the whole alumni thing, and there's just a lot of pride and tradition, especially at Carmel. I mean, everything they've achieved. Do you feel like the wrestling program is kind of making its way? And
For sure. We have alumni come up all the time and say, hey, you got the program heading in the right direction, and that's great to hear. Yep. You don't have people like dogging you or anything else. They're very supportive. What
would you say that the toughest thing for you as a coach is?
Just making sure the kids are consistently doing the right things. And I tell them, that's academics, athletics, socially, everything. Just making sure they're on top of the right things. And the wrestling's easy. The wrestling's easy for me when it comes to coaching. It's just making sure they're doing the right things, in all those aspects day in and day out.
Yeah, those influences, man, and social media, it's...
Yes.
It's tough, man. I don't envy coaches, that's for sure right now. It's a tough deal, but you're doing a great job, and Billy Guidy, the owner here, obviously he's a big Carmel guy, and he speaks real highly of you. And hey, the record speaks for itself. You guys were #1 in the Southtown last week and undefeated, and now you win the Cat League Championship. So I mean, hey, that's awesome, man. So congratulations. And I don't know, we've had this show 19 years. I don't know if we'll ever have anybody. I know we haven't in the past, and in the future, anybody was 236-0 and a 4-time state champion. That is incredible, man. So kudos to you and your family. That's for sure, okay?
Thank you.
All right, good luck the rest of the season, too.
Appreciate it.
Bring home that state championship, right?
We will.
All right, folks, we're going to go to athletics. Timeout, 2 locations, Oak Lawn and Orland Park. We come back, Players of the Week, talk about some hoop games from last week, too. Stay tuned. Athletic Sports and Orthopedic Physical Therapy is a 2,200 square foot facility that includes the latest in rehabilitation equipment, including the HydroTrack underwater treadmill. All therapists at Athletics are experienced and offer hands-on treatment for patients that require such therapy. Whether it's your feet, ankles, knees, hips, lower back, shoulders, elbows, wrists, neck, or jaw, Athletics is here to help. We at Athletics understand you as a patient have the right to choose where you receive treatment. Ask your physician if Athletics, with locations in Oak Lawn and Orland Park, is right for you. Whether you're in the mood for a Chicago-style hot dog, Italian beef sandwich, Philly cheesesteak, or charbroiled cheeseburger, Joey's Red Hots has you covered. In the mood for something lighter, Joey's Salads promises to hit the spot. Looking to cool off on a hot day or after a workout? Joey's refreshing homemade Italian ice will satisfy. Come check out Joey's Red Hots at 17400 Wolf Road in Orland Park, or at 115th Street and Western Avenue in the Beverly community, where they're open until 5 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. No matter which location you visit, Joey's Red Hots promises to provide exceptional tasting food at an affordable price.
Now you can buy a car from the comfort and safety of your home. Introducing South Oak Jeep Dodge Ram Chrysler's online shopper, the most convenient way to buy a car online. To begin, start by selecting your vehicle. You'll see the Buy From Home button on every vehicle description page. Use the Explore Payment Options tool to customize your payment. Choose between lease, finance, or cash. Whatever works best for you. Have a trade-in? Get an instant value with your vehicle along with a transparent report so you know you're getting a great deal. To confirm your custom payment, simply fill out our quick credit application. And best of all, you can schedule a day and time to pick up your vehicle. Or we'll deliver it right to you. A South Oak representative will be there to chat with you throughout the entire process. We will walk you through step by step. Buying a car has never been easier. Visit southoak.com today.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza, where they lay it on thick. Thanks to Mount Carmel wrestling coach Alex Tsirtsis for being our guest. Good luck to the caravan the rest of the way. If you're just joining us, we are at Cork and Carry, 10614 Western Avenue in Beverly. All right, folks, results from last week. The Battle of Oak Lawn goes to Oak Lawn, 51-50 over Richards. For Oak Lawn, Davian Lawrence, 31 points, 10 boards, big game. Johnny McGowan had 6.7 boards. Isaiah Thompson had 11 rebounds. For Richards, Lavelle Nash had 13 points, and Greg Miller had a dozen for the Bulldogs. Andrew, 55, Stagg, 32 for Stagg. Connor Williams had 9 points for Andrew. Mario Ramirez had 18 points. Arnis Sakinas had 9 rebounds and 6 blocks. Bloom, 73, Thorn Ridge, 60. Blazing Trojans are on a roll. Jordan Brown, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. KJ Cobb, 18 points. Gianni Cobb, 12 points, 10 assists, 5 steals. And Mondrick Ford, 10 points, 14 boards, 10 blocks. There's some triple doubles going on in this game against the Falcons. And Bloom's flying high right now, so they're coming together at the right time and could be a force in 4A. All right, the Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week. We're going to hook up Bryce Tillery of Hillcrest, scored 32 points to lead Hillcrest to a 78-62 win over Tinley Park. For his efforts, we're going to hook him up with a $25 gift card, compliments of Labriola Cafe in Oak Brook and Chicago, and that can also be used at La Barra Restaurant in Oak Brook as well. The Lisa Thomas Salon Player of the Week, going to hook up Bella Kendrina. Scored 25 points to lead Lamont to a 41-40 win over TF South, and scored 13 points during a 34-20 win over Hinsdale South. So we'll get Bella a nice gift card, compliments of Lisa Thomas Salon in Orland Park, Tinley Park, and Mokina. And I'll tell you, the boys basketball top 10 right now, it's getting very interesting. You know, teams are starting to really find their groove. Hillcrest, 18-2, man. That's not a big surprise, but, you know, they lost 5 starters from last year, so they just reload every year. And Mount Carmel, 19-1. We'll talk about them in high and tight in a little bit. And Rice, 18-2. Rita, 14-5. Thornton, 12-5. So things are shaping up, and I keep an eye on HF. They stumbled a little bit a couple weeks ago, and now they've won 3 in a row. They're at 13-5. And the aforementioned Bloom, 14-4. Lamont's having a great season, and they're a young team relying on a trio of sophomores. They're 17-4. Marion Catholic, they're kind of finding themselves a little bit now at 12-8. And the aforementioned Oak Lawn at 15-4. Jason Rose doing a nice job over there, man. They've sustained success now for 2-3 years. So, all right, folks, we're going to go to a Labriola Bakery Cafe time out. Remember, on Mondays, the Richie Burger, different version every Monday. So you want to check out that website and see what burger they're going to have every Monday. We come back, high and tight. Stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Brook Promenade.
At Lisa Thomas Salon, we think loving yourself and your selfie starts with the perfect stylist. That's why we've assembled an amazing team, each with a unique passion for beauty, providing the perfect combination of innovation and experience. Then adding just a little bit of fun. For hair, skin, nails, and makeup, no one does beautiful like Lisa Thomas, because life's too exciting to settle for the same old thing. Schedule today at Lisa Thomas Salon, a Redken Elite partner with 3 area locations.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a half sausage for you and your husband and a half just cheese for the kids, who never seem to stop moving. Go ahead and take the night off, Mom. I got you covered. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Quarter Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. That Crestwood location, we're looking at around March for that baby to open up. So be patient, folks. Be patient. You'll be able to lay it on thick in that area in no time. All right, high and tight. Mount Carmel's basketball team, great season so far. 19-1, and they've got some players. DeAndre Craig Jr. is one of the area's top players. Elijah Jointer's a nice player. The Ciarvino brothers, Anthony and Angelo. So they've got a really good nucleus, kids who can step up, you know, and score 15, 20 at any given point. But this week, now we're taping Monday, this is airing Wednesday. Tuesday they played St. Rita. Big rivalry, obviously. That's gonna be a showcase a little bit to see if the Caravan are for real. And then on Friday they play Leo, who's off to they're having a great season as well. So, you know, there's some talks and buzz, we'll see, they haven't played the toughest schedule, but hey, they beat some good teams. And beyond, you know, the competition, if you're questioning that, look at the talent that Phil Seagroves is putting on the floor. These 4 kids I mentioned are legit. So DeAndre Craig can take over a game at any point. So I think the Caravan are going to prove their worth, and they're a dangerous team the rest of the season. Okay, folks, hope you had enjoyed the show. Have a great, great week. 10 seconds, Jordan? And hey, if you're ever thirsty, you come on down to the Cork and Carry, see Billy Guy. All right, folks, have a good one.